freak accident. Even in your story, Chad Stover's family, their son passed away. They didn't want to blame football. They didn't want to believe that any other kid should not play the sport. Is it time to take a look at that a little more closely?
Yeah, it's a really tough question. You have to, it's a personal decision. You have to wrestle with it. Some response that we had to our story is like, hey, listen, the deaths are so rare, which is true. Statistically, you have a better chance of dying walking down the street or riding a bicycle. And my response to that is well, you kind of have to walk down the street, Kids, probably should ride a bicycle and that kind of thing, but you don't have to play football. So as a parent, you just got to weigh, yes, the odds of your child dying on the football field are very, very, very low. But the risk is there. We see it. So you just have to kind of wrestle with that and make your own choice.
What about the idea of the win at all costs, putting winning over health and safety, that whole philosophy? Is that time? Is it changing, and can it change?
I think there's definitely more awareness of concussions, and stay off the field, tell your coach. There's some responsibility on the kids to speak up, but still, college scholarships are worth a lot of money. It's a lot of glory being the king of high school football at your school. Kids want to play, so you're fighting against a very natural urge to compete.
Dr. Congeni, a question for you. If a parent came to you and said, should my son play football in high school, what would you say to them?
Well, I am asked that question a lot in my office and outside of the office where I give talks on a pretty regular basis. And it's like anything else. You really do have to weigh the pluses and minuses within your own family. There are a lot of things that about this sport that teaches great life lessons. And so on the one hand, for some kids, it's one of the greatest times of their life. If they don't get a chance to play, they spend the rest of their life watching it and wondering about this sport that has sort of captured America's passion. On the other hand, it's not just when we talk about the 3 deaths, and those are extremely frightening, but also 3.8 million concussions that we know are diagnosed and many more that go undiagnosed. And so we do worry about those. And weighing those are important. But I do want to make one other point is if your child decides on another contact sports, the numbers are rising in soccer, in basketball, in lacrosse, and many other contact sports as well. So it's an issue across the board in contact sports, but I would agree with you that football is a little more difficult of a decision.